Hey,
Hey,
Jared's got new pants today. Three, $3 Goodwill ones.
$3 Goodwill. Why did I get new pants today, Cinema? These are
Well,
going to be lounge pants for Sweden and/or hiking, jogging, but just kind of lounging mainly.
well, I seem to remember that your shorts got a hole.
We were just talking about how they blew out. I said I'm probably known around the community for this pair of shorts that I could, if I could bottle them up, the smell would perhaps be a great training tool on what pet sitting is like, and the life of being walking dogs, humidity, sweat, baby poo, in, out, wash, wash, dry, sweat, sweat, you know, loops that make you insanity. I can't even imagine what kind of
Can you
chemicals.
describe the smell?
It's difficult to. We've often wondered, was it my body odor? Was it the shorts? We've tried to pinpoint it down in the middle of these routes where I'm going all day, and you get a little delirious, and you're sweating, and you're in a car, out of car.
So they smelled funky.
They smelled really funky, and somehow I just have worn them every day for months. So little holes from over washing and drying, which this that's kind of a paradox because they don't get washed and dried often. Because I usually say, why wash them? They're just going to get nasty today. Jumped on by dogs, cat vomit, dog feces.
It's so funny how you always talk about all these body liquids.
It's the reality we live in. What happened to you today at the first pet
Oh,
sit?
that was yesterday. I had
Okay.
to clean diarrhea.
Massive diarrhea. We were just talking about, will our staff be able to handle these things? Pet sitting is no joke. It's like anything, though. You manage a Walmart store, you got to be prepared
Oh God.
to clean out some diarrhea. I remember being a COS in college and splatter diarrhea on the walls at Club 8209 in Springdale. It's part of the gig, you know. When you lead something, you got to be able to get your hands wet. I'm just wondering how our staff will handle it when they get in the
You
midst
mean
of
get our hands dirty?
hands dirty. Did I say wet?
Yeah.
Freudian slip. Not
Oh,
No.
keep talking.
Not that kind of
This
Freudian
is
slip.
epic.
Just like wet, like water. I'm thirsty.
The more you say, the worse it gets.
So anyway, for $3.50, I got some really slick pants and a pair of shorts that are so awful and
I'm
embarrassing.
sorry. Anything you say right now is just
It was
gonna
so
sound
awful.
wrong.
And you know when you go to Goodwill, all of us have been there, especially if you're building a dream. Did you pause it? So $3.50, you get anything. It's all $3.50, right? So sometimes you get a gold mine. Sometimes today I had to chance it. My pants were so blown out that my own mother, who bore me into the world, had to see my special parts covered by white underwear.
White see-through underwear.
As my wife said. So the entire region in the middle will just split wide by the time today hit. So I was finding anything. There was a pair of Columbia that looked like it might remotely fit, and I found these jogging pants that I thought were going to be awesome and epic because I've had nothing to slide into like that. We've not bought clothes for
Wow,
us.
it's so interesting how everything you say right now just sounds wrong.
Like what?
I'm not gonna repeat it.
Hmm.
But awesome. I'm gonna say cut.
This is Monday. It could be our last day. Sunova's gone. I was gonna film something earlier. So we may leave tonight and then come back Thursday for the cleanup. I have to come back into town at least twice. So I mean, we're not over dramatizing this. It's just a way for us to creatively document our journey. And it is emotional to us because this is where we began a life together. This is where we had our first real business, not just the ideas of the project, but real momentum. And to think that tonight might be the night we leave this home, where we had Gabby's first playground, is a little overwhelming at times if I slow down to think about it. But huge progress today. We're making a press here. Sunova's walking dogs. It's Goodwill. It's things to be stored at the lake. It's weighing all bags to see if they're over the 50-pound limit. 2 of the bags at around 50 are over there. The rest of all our stuff, while this may look like clutter, is here because it's everything. So Sunova knows everything that's left and what to get in what bag, what to get in hand luggage that we're going to live with in the last week. There's not much in Gabby's room. Some spare mattresses we'll be, I guess, donating at the end that we've just slept on the floor. We're trying to sell for a few bucks. This couch picked up, that table picked up. That's going to be stored. Of course, the crates disassembled. They may go up today. If we call in the help of my stepfather, he'll take all the luggage and the big dog crates, and then we would take ourselves. So it's 10:30 Monday. This is kind of the preparing for departure phase, and then it's going to kind of be refreshing to come back into town, you know, with a clean shower and a different state of mind as I get to meet with our team members. There's not been much for this episode. I hope we have some reflections kind of by the lake. The table's gone, that couch was gone, this recliner I'm trying to give away. We've got a picnic table in the back that somebody for logistical reasons couldn't get. It's a really nice 8-foot picnic table, heavy, sturdy. Besides that, we're kind of on track. It just seems like a lot of clutter, and we got animals to get to cabin in Oklahoma and ourselves, and tomorrow recoup, which would be Wednesday. Check in with our team. My mind gets stirred two directions, you know. I could really spend 14 days and still not feel like I've done enough for my team, but virtually with the way technology is today, again, as I can't state this enough, I should be more reachable and more usable in all the things that I'm good at, which I think I'm an okay pet sitter, but I'm not the best. I love the animals and I love the clients, but our staff is better at that, at those sort of things, I believe. You know, it's hard. Neo's nursing right now, needs a nap. We're working around children and animals and a timeline that's crunching down. We may leave in the middle of the night Saturday to get 3 hours down the road. We've got several options still floating that we won't know until tomorrow or Thursday on how we get there. But we have options. It's now just deciding which one. So yeah, it's tense, and then we have to regroup and flow and hug, you know, in the midst of forgetting that we got to be in unison. It's stressful, man. It's stressful to move to Benton County with 2 kids and a dog. Forgetting the fact that you're leaving a business that is growing and are ready to help it grow and get people in place and a hierarchical aspect that makes sense with just literally days and weeks to organize it all. So anyway, cutting out here. It's 3 o'clock. My stepdad and a cousin are gonna show up and help us get the crates and luggage and what we've got piled in, hopefully to the cabin. And then we're gonna need to show up pretty early Thursday. It's gonna be a long and draining day to do kind of the final touch-up, cleanup, and walk through with the landlord, and a team meeting somewhere, and some goodbyes, some really quick goodbyes, just pulling up and hugging people, and then packing and getting to Chicago safely. I think we're going to do 1-night hotel instead of 2, and again try to use part of that night the night before, but we'll still have 1 night. We're just going to get past St. Louis. And then the logistics of O'Hare with the rental car turn in, the European leg where we fly out, and checking the dogs in is, I don't even know. 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time, you break it down into minutes. So that's my little check-in. Episode 7 will be kind of the preparing for departure, I would say. And then the 8th would be the road trip there. And then it'll probably start on the other side. Peace. This is near the end. this was the Doors, it would be, "This is the end, my only friend, the end." Sing it with me, Sunova. This is near the end. Bathroom almost cleaned up, shower curtain gone. You know, this is the kind of stuff that takes forever. We just had a huge help by my cousin and stepfather. Mattress we just put up for sale. We have a twin set and then a queen set. This room then just needs swept. Same thing in the bedroom. Anybody that sees this queen set available, I hope to get it up on Craigslist tonight. It might even be, I need to know for my own sake. I thought this was a Sealy set. Was this a Sealy set, Sunova?
What?
The mattress set?
I don't know.
Okay. Lights are horrible anyway. Yeah. This is for my own sake to see progress, because it feels really good to see progress.
Damn.
We are whooped. Very grateful again for my cousin and Ray. They're in a little truck loaded down with our luggage, the dog crates, pretty much, and that's it, and packed down tight. And then we got bags that are overweight. The next
4 out of 5 bags are over.
4 out of 5 bags are overweight. The next check-in from me will be at the lake. I'll spend most of the day here Thursday with our company and team and tidying up this place. And then we're gonna leave middle of the night Friday, or we don't know yet for sure, but yeah, today's date. What is today's date?
I don't know. Let's go.
Yeah, I think it's Wednesday. No, Tuesday. We are hitting the road, man, heading out and gonna spend the night at a cabin by the lake. So we have arrived around 6 o'clock. This is my parents' little cabin on the lake. It's a neat feeling because I both started the journey before I went to Europe here. I moved quickly from Texas at the end of a long relationship. Most people know the story. I was here for about 4 weeks before flying to London to meet Sunova to see if we would hit it off. And then when we came into the States, we stayed here for about 6 weeks before we got our apartment in Fayetteville. And now as we head back to Europe, we're going to be here for 4 or 5 days. So really peaceful. Gonna soak up the hours we're here. Unfortunately, I have to be in Fayetteville all day long, and it's almost a 2-hour drive from here into Fayetteville. Not really looking forward to that once we get here. And you just wish you could kind of close it out till the next chapter, but there's work to do. So this is my little clip of us just arriving. Some of us getting dog crates set up, and the spare room is just filled with our 250-pound of luggage, 5 bags, and then all the other stuff. So we have to discern over the next few days what stays and what goes and what more stuff we store. You get down to the nitty-gritty when you get your life down to these 5 bags. Surreal. I think it's about 7 o'clock. The sun's not quite setting here, but it's a cool feeling to be on the dock. The spare room in the place is filled with more luggage and things than I can even wrap my head around. My wife is the Jedi when it comes to all that.
Thank you.
My brain is really trying to wrap my head around how to hand off the business. Not hand it off, but we're going to be more energized virtually in marketing and promotions and logistics and all that. But our ground troops going to be very organized, and just I've got final touches there. So my mind is there, but this is Zen. This is what we both missed, being by the water. It does something to you.
I'm staring at the water.
Yeah. So anyway, we're getting near closure. There's still a lot to do. Today is Tuesday. It's almost a 2-hour trip out to this little cabin. Again, this is where I think I said that in a little clip I just shot. A lot of symbolic aspects for starting here, both when I left to go meet her, coming into the country, and now leaving. And really peaceful, so I'm gonna end the clip and just see where it goes tomorrow.